Hi, I'm Dave from Military Antiques Toronto, and today I'll show you some of the items that we picked up. They came in the door in the mail. Um, yeah, you know what? Doesn't stop. I'll get rid of the box first because I know what's in there, though I haven't opened it yet. So let's see. Knife. I haven't ordered a lot from the States since the stupidity of customs came into effect. So, you know, and I used to order a lot from, you know, overseas and America and everything. So, but it's not necessarily, in this case, it's not Donald's fault. It's the idiots at the government who made our lives difficult to bring stuff in. It never used to be this difficult. Now it's problematic to the point where I have to hire a broker, and that means you're paying more because I can no longer clear it myself. You have to pay like it's another $100 plus per shipment, and then whatever they decide to add on top of it to make it so that it clears the customs. Before, I used to do my own clearing, never a problem. Just pay the tax, pay for whatever it costs, like no problem. It would cost me $1,000. I declared it for $1,000, but then they all got stupider at the government, and so I stopped importing stuff. I haven't imported anything for, I don't know, almost a year. Maybe once or twice in the past more than a year. It's too problematic, and there's nothing we can do about it, but we're all going to suffer for it. And this has nothing to do with tariffs. This has to do with importation stupidity of meat it costing more now than it used to because they've put in these new levels of stupidity. So I didn't buy this from the States. I bought this from someone I know, who I've known a long time actually, and I sent it off to him. So, battle dress. I'll reuse that box. I can ship with it. Let's see. Nothing tremendously special. It's Canadian. It's World War II. It's dated 1943. It's a size 4. Don't know if there's any name in it. Don't know if there was a name in it. Always look under here. Look inside here. Nope, nothing. See, broad arrowed. And the other thing is I had a tunic that had a name right there. So you never know where they're going to put a name. Sometimes it's in the waist. It's not usually, but sometimes. So standard battle dress, nothing tremendously rare about it. That'll get photoed and listed in the next day or so. Just more stuff to process, right? But, you know, it is what it is, as I like to say, supposedly. These came in the mail, patriotic pillowcases. So I think they're all for Camp Borden. They're all post-war, T-33, etc., Sabre. So, you know, they're very pretty. They're vibrant. They're great for display. So I have one, and then I have another one in yellow. So that's nice. Again, same theme. So that's kind of neat. And then I have one for Cornwallis. So that's navy. It's just a patriotic pillowcase. So you'd stick your a pillow in it. You'd send it home to your mother or girlfriend or wife or whatever. And then we have a RCAF one, which is World War II, whereas those are all post, obviously, because of the crown. But you know what? It's nice condition. They're single-sided, obviously. You just stick a pillow in. They're kind of nice. They're very pretty, and we'll get them photoed and listed at my earliest convenience. So that'll be next. Road trip. No, actually, this came in too. So this came in on Saturday with a bunch of I don't know the exact word. I'm not gonna Asian area. That's the wrong word. Anyways, you know what I'm trying to say. Probably not. Indonesian and so on. Kris's and Middle Eastern swords and daggers. They're all gone. There was a little bit of Russian stuff with it, and then there's this. So Martini Henry Sergeant's Model Bayonet. Great. It is unit marked on there to the 49th. Unfortunately, the chape is missing from the scabbard. I can't tell you why. Well, I can, because it wasn't taken care of. But unfortunately, it's gone. There's no other unit markings on there except for a broad arrow, not sea arrow, sorry. And on the handle is stamped the unit marking, which is where they usually did. It's War Department on the blade. Nice blade. In this case, you can see the 49 stamped in there. Without looking up what unit it is, I can tell you it's the 49th Regiment. So 49th Lambton, I think. Don't quote me on that. So there's that. That's going to get photoed and listed sooner than later. And then I picked up this saw yesterday on a road trip. 1943 dated. Probably it is. It's British. Even says made in England on it. So the World War One would be much nicer. Unfortunately, being better. Not nicer, but better. In my mind, at least. But whatever. So there's the handles. And obviously I'm not going to unroll it, but it's for, you're obviously doing that with it to, or this to pull and cut down a tree. It's still sharp, and so I'm being kind of careful with it so I don't cut myself. And then bleed all over the place and have to go to the hospital. No. It's marked there, but there's no date on this that I saw at least. What's that? 1944. Francis Woods and Son. I think that's what it says. So, I'll stuff that back in there. Carefully so I don't cut myself. Okay, I'm not going to bother with this right now because I'll ruin something. Anyways, it is 1943. It's clearly stamped made in England. It has both handles and the saw is there. So that's something that we will get listed. And what's nice about that is it's not standard leather. That's made from kangaroo leather, which is Australian, of course, because they don't have kangaroos in England, unless that's something new, unless the current Prime Minister brought in some kangaroos to maybe offset the problem that they have there. But I'm sure that people in England seeing this would get a laugh out of that. So then I picked up a compass, British, broad arrowed compass, magnetic marching, made by TG and Co Limited. And does it still work? So you set it to north. There's north. Oh no, that's just dirt. Right, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, right there, north. Okay, perfect. Let's see. I have a feeling this isn't working, which is fine because it seems to be jammed in there. So there's a mirror in it so you line it up like that so you see where you're going. You look in the reflection on the mirror and see you're pointing in the right direction. You take that waypoint through the slot there and go, okay, I'm going on X, no problem. So you know which way you're going and you have that point of reference. So as you can see right there, compass, magnetic marching, Mark 1, broad arrowed with a serial number, TG Co Limited. So I have not done any research on that yet. Nice little Bakelite compass, so that'll get listed too. So I got this in and I posted it on Facebook on a group because truthfully, I certainly don't know everything. I don't think I ever will. My wife knew everything. Women are like that. And I'm not familiar with this. I'm sure it's fine. It's definitely a pouch. It's 1944 dated, broad arrowed. It's World War II for sure. And there's some contents in it. And I posted it on Facebook to ask a question because, you know, honestly, I don't know everything. I handle a lot of stuff, but I certainly don't know everything. So, first person says that it's a bicycle repair kit, airborne. Another person says that it's for repairing a raft, dinghy. And then the third person says that they're both wrong and that all the tire repair kits came in a cardboard box. I haven't heard a response yet. I honestly do not know. I'm going to go with the first person because I've seen them around posting stuff. I certainly don't know everything. Whatever. So, no contents other than what I've pulled out. In there was a rubber solution, empty, pretty well empty, I'd say. Well, let's see. well, if it's not empty, it's certainly solid. A little tube made by Weld Tight, it says. And I can't read, that's little information there. And this information's gone off because it was printed on there. And so there's obviously for sealing the inner tube. I put this in here because there's this little powder, no, it's not Colombian marching powder, to check, see if you have a leak while you're repairing those old inner tube tires, and a pair of scissors, which are all, oh, there's the dog, which are all rusted out, and then another Colombian marching powder package that came with it. So is this a bicycle repair kit? You know what? I honestly do not know. I'm sure someone's going to say it is, someone's going to say it not. A third person respond said that the dealers pass it off as that, but there's no proof on it, and that it's not that. I'm like, okay, well then what is it? But I haven't had an answer. So I really do not know. I would go with bike repair kit, but you know what? I certainly don't know everything. So that's going to get photoed and listed sooner than later. I'll do that last because that's cool. So, well, a couple things are cool here. Nice little tin, fine, right? What's neat about it is that it's a tourniquet. So it's Air Ministry stamped on this screwed post here. It is marked on the bottom, though it is hard to read because of the reflection. It says something London, patent. And what else is neat is that it is Air Ministry marked on here somewhere, because I saw it. Oh, there you go. So Air Ministry. So that's kind of nice. It's a tourniquet. Now, I'd ask someone who is the author of numerous books on aviation down in Texas. Thank you very much, Mick. As to exactly what its value is and what it was. Like, I know it's a tourniquet, and he responded to me and gave me the answers that it's a, people ask a lot of money for them, but they're not specific to like escape kit or whatever, or survival kit. They're part of the first aid kits. I guess they're hard to get. They're not something that shows up very often. I thought it was kind of neat. I'll price it accordingly, and it'll be gone. It'll be posted on the website maybe today or maybe tomorrow if I can get to it. So it comes down to time. Lots going on around here. So that's kind of cool. Tourniquet, not something you find every day, Air Ministry. And then there's this. So I looked at it when I purchased it, and I kind of went, okay. And then the more I look at it, I'm like, okay, this is kind of neat. So, and someone was asking me for this the other day, and I said I've never seen one or had one, or I've never seen one except in pictures. So this is, from what I'm gathering, a nice little, it's for pigeons. Now, is this World War I or World War II? I have no clue. So here's a little note that you would stick in this little package, or this little package, and you would, it's tissue paper, you'd write on it. It says to and from, map overlay via Pegeon, map used, time describe, transcribe, date. So there's this tissue paper. I've never seen one. Then there's a little piece to clamp to the pigeon's leg and close it up, and off it goes. There's another one that came with it with a little snap on it, not Velcro, which, you know, that would make it modern. And again, there you go, you close it, and let's see, does this open? It says something on PG 67, I think. Which, no, I don't think that means 1967. So it unscrews. So that one fits in here or in there, I'm assuming. I've never had one of these. I've never seen one. That doesn't mean anything. I've not seen everything. But that's something kind of unique and neat. And I got to figure out what the hell the price of it. So not something I've seen before. Not something I've had before. I'm sure it won't last long because it's pigeon stuff, right? So it's not very common. I know you have to find the right person for it, but it's still pretty cool. Last but not least, so I'm the publisher of this amazing book, which is on the website. I'm sure some people have seen it. It's on World War I Canadian equipment, uniforms, etc. This is volume 1. Volume 2, we're working on getting a quote from the printer right now. And I didn't even, I own it. I should really be studying these books a bit more, but I didn't. So I get this in yesterday. And I'm like, oh, okay, it's probably World War II. It says Canadian sardines and salad oil. This has the contents still in it. The tin's still in here. It may have leaked and it doesn't smell, thankfully, but that still has the contents. Normally you just find a cardboard box. No, this still has it. Now I tried to open it. Yeah, I tried to open it a little bit. You can still see the tin in there. And I'm not going to mess with it because I don't want to break the box. I don't want to do anything, but it's still all there. So I sent this off to the author saying, hey, cool, look what I found. Not realizing, of course, that, oh, wait, it's in the damn book, which I own. I'm the publishing company. I should have read the book. I apologize. Sorry, Rick. So, and then, of course, once he mentions that, I have to go find the page. Sure enough, it's shown right there on page 238. Now, his one probably doesn't have the contents, or maybe it does. I don't know. I'm sure he's going to see this video and say he does or doesn't, whatever. But it clearly states that in 1920 they changed the cardboard box to a less patriotic one. And this was obviously for the Battle of Jutland and so on. So it's patriotic in that sense. But not something I've seen. Great book, by the way. Must have if you want to collect World War I. This is cool. Now I got to figure out what to price it at. And that'll go on the website because you're not going to find one. But I'll show you. Jutland, Canadian sardines in salad oil, and Something Brothers in New Brunswick, which is pretty neat actually, with the contents. And again, Jutland all over it. You can't really miss that, can you? And the problem with the coloring, so obviously you see the color there, obviously the oil has stained it over time when it leaked and made it very much darker. But this is obviously original and not something that you find every day, that's for sure. I've never seen one. Except for, of course, oh wait, in the book that I own the publishing company for. Anyways, great book. Very cool can. That was a road trip purchase. That was just yesterday. Yeah, well, you know what? You never know what you're going to get. Things walk in the door, things don't. Oh, yeah, let's see if I can reach it. Forgot about this. So, a museum asked for this. That's the only reason I bought the damn thing. So, I have the EIS to go with this. It is a 25 set. I do not know if it works. I didn't want to put it on the glass by itself because I figured it was too heavy. It's okay. Yes, I carried one of these when I was in the Army. Not forever, because they transferred it around to different people. I didn't even look to see what's in the battery tray. Batteries aren't here. They are pigs to carry. Nope, no batteries, thank God, because otherwise this thing would be twice the weight. What they do with the batteries is they put D cells and C cells in series, and they welded metal filament over each battery and at the bottom, top and bottom, so that it was one circuit. The batteries didn't last forever, and then the hotter it was, the less the batteries lasted. But whatever. So I don't know what this weighs now, but when you're humping it, it's a pig. So this is already spoken for. I don't normally go out and buy radios, and if it wasn't for Terry helping me out, finding someone who had this, I probably wouldn't get one. So thanks very much, Terry. I greatly appreciate your assistance in this. Radios aren't something I normally do. They come in the door sometimes, but you know what? It's a PRC 25, known as a Prick 25. And then when they change the contents inside to, I'm sure you radio guys are going to know this answer to, not transistor, but whatever, another level, they became PRC 77, also known as Prick 77s or Prick 25s. Why? Because they're a pig to carry with all the extra batteries. It's like carrying 50 cal ammo and having to carry it. It sucks. So when you're humping it. Firing it's great, and you don't have to carry it anymore. So anyways, that's it. Where are we going to put that? Right there. I have to wash my hands. that's it for today. Thanks for looking. Follow me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Check out my website, militaryantiquestoronto.com. Well, I'm going to send all this stuff off to be photoed now, so you'll probably see it tomorrow because, well, there's enough time. It's bright and early in the morning still. So we'll get that listed, and you can buy it or not or whatever. It's all good. It'll go on the website. It's all good. The Facebook is The Real Military Antiques Toronto, just so you know. It's not another one. Somebody changed my password. I know exactly who it was, whatever. I know I go on about it. No, I'm not upset about it. It's just stupidity. And they think they're smarter than me, whatever. They claim they didn't do it. I know they did. Doesn't matter. It's all good. Maybe he'll watch us. Doesn't matter. It's all good. Life's short. Enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. Thanks for looking. Take care. Bye.